Can you swim? Yes, but I don't like swimming. I don't like getting wet. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I really don't like getting wet. That's why I don't like walking out in the rain, even though it's not like heavy rain. I just don't like it. Getting wet makes me feel very disgusted. Have I told you guys the reason why I can swim? It's a really touching story. So when I was like around 5 years old or 6 years old, when I was a wee little baby, right? My mother decided to take me to the public pool. And she put on like these like swim floats on my arms, like the very thin ones. And I was a very chunky baby, you know what I mean? I was a very fat baby. And my mom decided to give me like these puny, small little floaties that you slide onto your arm. And they're kind of like sitting under your armpits. But they're so fucking tiny, but whatever. And I told my mom, no, mom, I don't want to swim. And she's like, Michi, you have to. So then she picked me up, brought me to the deeper end of the pool. Not the kiddies pool, I mind you. As a kid, all right, she brought me to like the 1.5 meter deep pool. So that's like deep for me. And she decides to throw me in there. Right smack dab center of the deep end of the pool. With like my 2 little floaties on my armpits. And as I slowly sink to the bottom, purely from the weight of my body, the floaties started slipping off from my arm all the way to my wrist.
Thanks,
so my wrists were like
Zero live for the one
on, like, you know, out of the water, right? Like you can see my fingers kind of poking out of the water. Everything else is like sunk. And I could see, I opened my eyes and I saw my mom just standing there, literally like this. Like on me. She's looking at me as I'm drowning. And she's like, well, anytime now. Her instincts are gonna kick in. You know what I mean? And she's gonna swim to the top. But little did she know, I was a very like doom gloom kid, right? The moment I saw my mom look at me as I'm drowning, I just decided I'd drown. Fuck it. I was like, this is how I'm gonna die. This is how I'm gonna die, and this is the last thing my mom will see. Good for her. Fuck you for doing this to me. And I just decided not to try, and I'm just gonna sink and drown. And then my mom ended up jumping in and saving me, but like, still, I remember that. And that's how I learned how to swim. As I was literally like, bloop, 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 bloop. I see now. My mom's just looking at me like, this doesn't look very good, does it? This, anytime, she's not, okay, it's been a solid second. Okay, she's dead. I just sank. I literally sank to the bottom like a pile of rocks. Yeah. But then I eventually learned how to swim because I realized one day I might fall in by accident and my mom is not going to be there and I'll die.